Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hello friends, we're back today with another quest video, this time for the Black Legion character, Angrax. You know the drill, I'll show you each stage, the characters I've used, and some tips in commentary and text format. You can see the characters we've used here and the required rarities on slide. Kyle, the Snowprint developer who designs these events, uses Gold 2 and ability levels at 42 for the legendary node. Accordingly, I have used the exact same cutoffs, but you'll have a much easier time if your characters exceed those thresholds. For Common 1 we have to use Black Legion characters and finish in one turn. I move Volk to the right, just underneath the barbed wire, and use his active ability. This should kill the two middle guardsmen. Archimatos summons on the Inceptor in the north, and Angrax finishes the battle on the last enemy unit. For Common 2 we position as shown here on screen. We start off by summoning with Abraxas to attack the enemy sniper. Angrax teleports to the left, and Rask fills whatever hex doesn't currently have a summon in it. Depending on your variants, that could be either one of these two hexes, but don't worry, both work for this stage, just put Angrax in the empty hex. Archimatos moves up the right side and finishes off the middle unit. That is the key sequence for this level. The rest of the battle is easy to finish as our enemies focus on our summons. For Common 3 we move Abraxas into the middle of the map and begin our summon chain. Yazagor then swaps Abraxas onto the right side of the map using his active ability. A basic attack from Archimatos on the other flank restarts the summoning chain, and we can reposition our deep striking Terminators as shown on screen. The rest of the battle is pretty straightforward, as we once more enjoy the enemy targeting of our summons. For the next stage, we start by moving Azkor into the middle of the map onto the barbed wire hex and use Azkor's active. Angrax and Rotbone move along the bottom of the map, trying to stay along the right side of the map and finish off one enemy guardsman. On turn 2, Angrax moves up and uses his active on the remaining guardsman. After that, just heal Azkor and finish the battle. Using Rotbone's active was necessary for me on this stage. For Uncommon 2 we start off with Abraxas in the middle of the map and summon with the active ability. Yazagor then moves towards the bottom right of the map and swaps places with Archimatos. Archie then uses his active ability and summons a circle of bloodletters around the remaining Inceptor. Angrax doesn't really do anything on this stage, so I decided to just complete a coordinate summoning circle with him inside. The summons carry the rest of the stage. Uncommon 3 isn't pretty, as is often the case for the 5 character stages. There is no particularly key move, you just kill the enemies and ensure that you are fully healed for the fight. For my run I use Abraxas to summon initially as shown in this gameplay clip. There isn't a huge amount of subtlety or nuance for the rest of the fight, just make sure you are healthy by the end. I've left my run on screen in case it's helpful. For Rare 1 we have to use Terminators. We start off by moving Rask forward to eat both of the Overwatch shots. Angrax then moves along the right to kill the enemy. Rotbone heals the damage that Rask has taken, and then Rask kills the other sniper, resetting the shield. On turn 2, Rask moves onto the barbed wire and uses his active, killing all 3 Inceptors. That's really the key sequence of moves, and the rest of the level is easy to finish. For Rare 2 we use the same squad. Rotbone starts in the bottom and moves up to take out the guardsman on the bottom right. Angrax, who is in the middle of the circle, kills another guardsman. This opens up room for Rask to move in and provide his shield to your entire team. This level isn't particularly hard, and Rask's shield, when applied correctly, means that you actually don't require any heals for this stage, so Rotbone could theoretically be replaced. For Rare 3 we start with Angrax in the middle of the map and move him down 2 hexes into melee with the snipers. Rotbone repositions to provide an armor debuff, and then Angrax uses his active ability on the bottom left sniper. Next, heal Angrax with Rotbone. Volk's active on the last sniper should be enough to one-shot him. When the snipers try and move away on the bottom, Angrax's passive kills them, and this lets you complete the stage in 1 turn. For Rare 4, Abraxas moves forward and summons with his active ability. Then Archie moves along the right side and creates a host of bloodletters. Rask contributes some shields, but really the battle is carried and won by our summons. For Rare 5 we send Angrax along the left to tank a couple of Overwatch shots and open some space for Abraxas to move in and begin a summon chain. Yazagor then teleports Archie over to the left of the map and gives him room to run into the trenches. Archie does a basic attack and summons a bloodletter. That is probably as repeatable of an opening as I can show you. After that, you're going to have to react to the enemy movements and attack and heal up before the end of the fight. For Epic 1 we used 3 Terminators. Angrax moves to the left of the starting position and uses his active on the top guardsman. Malladus moves to the right and uses his active there, killing both guardsmen. Toth moves into the grass and uses his active on the unit at the very top. Angrax should finish the fight with a passive on the remaining guardsmen. I think I get a Let the Galaxy Burn trigger here, but the fight should still be fairly easily repeatable, especially if you get some fleas. Epic 2 is quite messy and I haven't been able to find a clean nor elegant solution. You have to use power armored units, and I think this is basically the limit of your choices. My starting sequence involves me sending Malladus up the left flank and moving my Terminators into the middle of the map. After that, it's just quite a grind working my way through the seemingly endless Inceptors. I don't have anything clever to tell you here, you just have to grind through the enemies and stay healthy. I'll leave my run on screen in case it's helpful. For Epic 3 we start by sending Angrax up first to tank a couple of Overwatch shots. Then Abraxas moves forward and Angrax clears some room for him to begin a summoning chain. Yazagor teleports Abraxas into the right hand side pocket and Archie continues the summoning chain with a basic attack. The rest of the battle is largely carried by the summons and Rotbone is there to heal any collateral damage that might be taken. I struggle with showcasing the legendary missions for these videos because so much of the solution will be individualized to your roster and who you have leveled. The Snowprint developer for these quests uses non-legendary characters capped at gold 2 and abilities at 42. The run I'm showing you now uses the exact same cutoffs, but you'll have more success if your own characters are stronger. We start by sending Angrax forward to tank some Overwatch shots. Archie then summons a ring of bloodletters in the middle, and Abraxas adds a chain of summons to the top left. Try and kill Calgar on turn 2, otherwise you're in for a world of hurt. You always have Rotbone to heal up any slight damage that you might take. Okay, that's the quest. I'll maybe sign off there. I have a Patreon for my channel. If you are fortunate enough to be in a position to support me and my content, I'd love it if you could check it out. I want to give all of my current Patreons a massive shout out for giving me a platform to continue doing this sort of work. If not, I've left my refer a friend code here on screen. If you are a newer player, you can enter it and earn yourself 100 Blackstone. It is single use though, so choose who you support carefully. Bye for now.
Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!